Before answering the questions, let me go back to the comment made by Minister Dillon on football. We are talking about managing regional tensions. I think there is a tension between Dillon and I now. But I'm confident that we can manage it.
I hope.
Yeah, in 2 weeks, she's coming to Japan. Exactly the day Japan's national team and Netherlands national team is going to, on the field.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to cancel the meeting. Always open to that dialogue.
Okay.
Let me go to the easy part first.
皆さんごきげんようですわ。四国メタンです。2026年5月29日から3日間の日程で第23回アジア安全保障会議、通称シャングリラ会合が開催されました。同会議はイギリスの民間シンクタンクである国際戦略研究所 IISS によって2002年に設立されました。アジア太平洋地域を中心とする各国の国防大臣や軍幹部、有識者が一堂に会し、地域や世界の安全保障について自由に議論するための対話の場です。今回の会議では日本から小泉防衛大臣、アメリカからヘグセス国防長官をはじめ、世界40カ国以上の国防担当閣僚や軍高官が出席し、インド太平洋地域の安全保障課題について議論が行われました。小泉大臣は5月31日に同会議にて、インド太平洋地域の未来について日本の立場をスピーチしました。この様子はすでに先日別動画で投稿したので、よかったら概要欄のリンクから確認してみてください。今回の動画ではその後のパネルディスカッションの様子をお送りします。パネルディスカッションには小泉大臣のほか、オランダのディラン副首相兼国防大臣、フィリピンのテオドロ国防大臣らと同席しましたが、会場の注目は小泉大臣に興味津々、小泉大臣への質問が集中しました。それではまずは小泉大臣に対する質問の様子をご覧ください。続いてそれに対する小泉大臣の回答です。
Sungmin Lee.
Thank you very much, John. I have quick questions to Minister Koizumi and to the Dutch minister. To Minister Koizumi, your father, after 9/11, stood with President Bush in the White House on September 25, and he said he stood by the U.S. Your message is you're standing by Asia. In that context, would you consider defensive arms sales to Taiwan? And how do you plan to upgrade your defenses in Yonaguni Island?
K. Virat Solanki.
Thank you, Sir John. My question is for the Defense Minister of Japan. How do you see prospects for the Quad group of Japan, the US, Australia, and India? As you mentioned, in the last year, the group has adopted a greater focus on maritime security cooperation, especially on maritime domain awareness. Do you see an opportunity for increased defense and security cooperation within the Quad? And if so, what steps would you like the group to take to increase this cooperation? Thank you.
And from the Philippines, Renato Cruz de Castro.
Good morning. I have two questions addressed to Minister Koizumi and one question addressed to the Dutch Defense Minister. Minister Koizumi, recently the Philippines and Japan signed a comprehensive strategic partnership, which is, of course, an act of two sovereign nations and primarily intended for regional security. Interestingly, a third party immediately declared that such agreement is null and void. And of course, I'm talking about China, that has basically projected our the comprehensive strategic agreement, as something an act of Japanese militarism and a threat to peace. How would Manila and Tokyo, as sovereign and independent states, basically address China's efforts to basically put our security partnership in a negative and bad light? My second question pertains to the fact that the meeting between President Marcos and Prime Minister Sanai Takaishi happened a few weeks after the Xi-Trump summit in Beijing. How did the summit basically influence Tokyo's and Manila's calculation to forge a security partnership?
Thank you very much. From Indonesia, Klaus-Heinrich Radito.
Thank you, sir. My question goes to Minister Koizumi. In the current situation, to what extent does Japan view China as its primary security threat? And how can Japan strengthen its defense in a transparent manner while avoiding escalation of tension over Taiwan? Thank you.
Thank you. I'll take about 4 more, but from China, Joseong Shen.
Okay. Thank you very much, Chairman. My question goes to Mr. Koizumi, Minister of Defense, Japan. I'm very pleased that you mentioned the new militarism in your speech. I noticed that recently, Japanese leader expressed her condolence at the Australian War Memorial to Australian soldiers who lost their lives during the Second World War as a result of Japanese militarism. Yet, the victim nations in Asia have not received an apology or expression of remorse from the Japanese side. So China believes that genuine reconciliation must be based on a reflection on history that treats all victim nations equally. So I want to know whether the Japanese government is prepared to respond in an equally serious and unequivocal manner to the concerns of China, South Korea, and the victim nations of Southeast Asia regarding the history of the Second World War. Thereby, you can create the conditions for the mutual trust and the regional security. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Minister Koizumi.
Thank you very much for a lot of questions from the floor. Before answering the questions, let me go back to the comment made by Minister Dillon on football. We are talking about managing regional tensions. I think there is a tension between Dillon and I now. But I'm confident that we can manage it.
I hope.
Yeah, in 2 weeks, she is coming to Japan, exactly the day Japan's national team and Netherlands national team is going to, on the field.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to cancel the meeting. Always open to that dialogue.
Okay.
Let me go to the easy part first. I know there are so many difficult and sensitive questions to me. The first part is second question to me about Quad. Thank you very much for your question. Recently, Japan's Foreign Minister Motegi visited India to have a Quad meeting with foreign ministers. It would be great if we can have that among defense ministers too. Defense cooperation could be area we can work together. So if a diet schedule allows, it would be great if I can visit India to have that kind of dialogue. So I want to energize Quad to the next step. On the, how many questions I get?
You can group them into those 4 that are there.
Someone asked Philippines cooperation to Japan. I'm very thankful to work with Minister Teodoro so closely. I just visited the Philippines 2 weeks ago to discuss about our transfer of second-hand frigate to the Philippines. We actually, before this speech and session, I met Minister Teodoro, and we reached broad consensus on officially transferring Abukuma-class frigate to the Philippines. So I'm committed to strengthen our defense ties with the Philippines with transparency. And, so please let me know if there's anything you want to ask more about the Philippine-Japan relationship and the defense ties cooperation. It's also same as Indonesia issue. Someone asked a question about Indonesia. I'm also very close relationship with Minister Sharif from Indonesia. Yesterday, I had a discussion with Vice Minister of Indonesia, And we also agreed to establish a working group on defense equipment and technology transfer from Japan to Indonesia. So I'm going to find out what the best way to start with Indonesia. Canada, thank you very much for your question. I think your minister is also coming to Japan in June. I'm really looking forward to seeing him since we met in Munich Security Conference. I hope it's not the day I'm going to see Dylan on that day. But with Canada, it's very important for us to work even more closely because, as I mentioned, the importance of openness and freedom of Indo-Pacific area. It is not just about regional issue. As Dylan and Minister Khaled said, now regional issue is not just isolated with any region. So in the Pacific and North Atlantic, also Atlantic area, it's all connected. So I'm fully committed to work with Canada even more closely. I'm looking forward to working with Minister McGuinty soon. And I think it's time to move to the difficult part. Thank you very much for your question, Chinese participant. Thank you very much. You know, Japan's defense policy and the defense build-ups are not based on the idea of identifying any specific country or region as a threat or having a military confrontation with it. That said, China continues to increase its defense spending at a high level and is rapidly expanding its military capabilities across a wide range of areas without sufficient transparency. China's external approach and military activities are matters of serious concern for Japan and the international community. At the same time, as I told my counterpart, Minister Don Jun, the Japan-China Defense Ministers meeting last November in Malaysia, Japan believes it is essential to have persistent, candid dialogue and communication without turning our eyes away from concrete and difficult issues, precisely because challenges exist. Japan's door is always open. The Ministry of Defense will continue to use various channels and every available opportunity to communicate firmly with the Chinese side. So please give my best regards to my counterpart, Don Jun. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So from the UK, Robert Ward.
いかがでしたか？正直、私はこれまで国際会議でのスピーチやディスカッションなどほとんど見たことがありませんでした。なので、今回この動画を投稿するにあたって気がついたことを少しだけお話ししたいと思います。主観的なことですが、小泉大臣の持つカリスマ性みたいなものには皆さんお気づきだと思います。良い意味で人たらし、そんな風にも見えます。そして想像以上の英語力です。でも今回お伝えしたいのはそこではありません。いくつかの質問者の質問に正面から答えていない点について、中には気になった人もいるのではないでしょうか。正直私も気になりました。最初の 9.11 の小泉純一郎氏の質問と中国の質問者によるオーストラリアの戦争記念館での哀悼と同様の行為を中国をはじめとするアジア諸国に求める質問について、小泉大臣はまともには回答していません。一瞬これらの質問にズバッと回答してくれることを期待しましたが、そうじゃないんですね。そういう問題ではないのですね。つまりここでもし私たちが思っているのと同じことを小泉大臣が口にしたら直ちに戦争になる可能性だってあるわけです。9.11 直後の小泉純一郎氏の質問についてはそういったきな臭い部分はなかったと思うけど、後者の中国の質問に正面から回答したら戦争一歩手前まで行ってもおかしくないでしょう。ここは国際会議という場で外交の駆け引きの場なのです。いくら質問されたからといって何でもかんでも正直に答えてよい場所ではないのです。一人の政治家が言っていいことと言ってはいけないことがあるのです。そしてそのことはこの会場にいる人はもちろん 中国の質問者でさえ理解していたことでしょう。そんな中で小泉大臣がどのような回答をするのかというところを世界は見ているのです。そういった意味でこの会議における小泉大臣のスピーチ及びディスカッションは100点満点、いやそれ以上だったのではないでしょうか。皆さんはどう思いましたか？コメント欄で教えてください。チャンネル登録、高評価してくれると嬉しいです。